we've been doing a lot of fishing and we accumulated a lot of crab bait from the racks. So we're going to set the traps and up in the St. Johns River. So what we'll do, we'll get back to you while we're setting them. Then we're going to leave them set a couple days and we'll pull them back in. What I do, I just usually tie the traps up to the boat with these ropes so they don't go all over the place. All right, we'll get back to you out there. Well, we got out here on the St. Johns and we're baiting up our traps now. And we got 8 traps today. Joyce has 3 and I got 5, so we each got a license for them. And don't forget to get your license. You got to add that license number to your tag. So we're going to bait them up and get to setting them out. Here's our first trap. We're setting these in 10 feet of water. Usually we set them about 18. Yeah, you can throw it over, Joy. And we're trying 10 feet. We're going to set a few of them in that depth. See what happens. All right, here's our second trap. Okay, this is number 3. We're still in 10 feet of water. We're going to set these 3 in the 10 feet. I'll run over to some deeper water now. All right, here's number, what's this, number 5, isn't it? 4. Yeah, we're only in number 4. We're in 16 feet now, 16 feet of water. What we got there, that's a sand trout, isn't it? Yeah, it's sand trout. Yep, sand trout. Anything works, but we got some Spanish mackerel today. That seems to work better. We haven't been crabbing in a while, so we built up a lot of bait, so we have to use it up. The freezer's full of bait, our bait freezer is. Okay, here's number 5. This is in 18 feet. We usually do well in 18 feet of water. Okay, this is number 6. We're going to set. Yep. Yep. Okay, number 7. It's about 17 feet of water. Between that 16 and 18 foot, usually we catch the larger crabs. We'll see what happens in a couple of days. Yep, number 8. Yeah, that's the last one. Well, we haven't been out in this boat for a while, so we're going to take a run up the river just to run the engine a little bit. We don't really run that far when we're crabbing, and we're mostly idling. So once in a while the motor needs a little run. Well, we've had our traps out for 2 days now, so it's time to check them. And we're going to check, the first ones we're going to check is the 3 we set in 10 feet of water. And the rest of them are between 16 and 18 feet. So we'll run up to this first trap. Okay, here's our first one. Not so great. Very nice and yellow though. What the heck else is in there? Bunch of trash. Well, we got 2 two keepers, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like two keepers. And we're coming up on our second one now. Hope we beat out the first one. When we talk about yellow before, when their bellies are nice or yellow, that means they're usually pretty full of meat. They're not poor. One, two, three, four. What was it? 1, 2, 5, right? One female.
One little guy.
Yeah. What was that? Mackerel?
Mackerel. Both were mackerel.
Oh, they were both mackerel. Jeez, I thought they'd do better with the mackerel. Oh. Very good. He got it himself. All right, we're on number 3 now. Four.
Need a little bait in this one.
Yeah. That probably had sand trout in it or something, right? Looks like it. No big ones though. We haven't caught a big one yet. All right, we'll get out in our deeper traps now. All right, there's number 4. What are we in now? 18 feet. This is our deepest one. Almost 19 feet. Well, ain't much better, is it?
No, just bigger.
Yeah, they're a little bigger here. Wow. Where'd all the big ones go? That's number 5 right here. Like just 17 feet, almost the same. Man, something went on. Is that opened? No, somebody stole these. The trap's open. Wow.
Yeah, because I hook them.
We never have this problem usually out here. These weekenders. Wow. That's the first. That's the first that's happened, isn't it?
All these years we've been cracking.
Yeah. All right, here's number 6. See what happens. See if we got robbed here also. Probably not. I don't know. It should have been there. There was a nice one there, though. Look at that guy. Yeah, he's a good. He's nice and yellow on the bottom too. Yeah, well, there's this little one. Look at him. Throw the little guys back. All right, we're coming up on number 7 now. We got 16 feet of water here. Didn't seem to make any difference today. Used to be a good spot out here, but hasn't. Last 2 trips hasn't been that good. The next time we set them, we'll set them over maybe Port Orange or over that way. There's a nice one on top. Little ones, those. Heck.
That one's pretty.
Yeah. But they're still small. Yeah, we never used to catch them this small. Here, we're going to throw most of them back. Yeah, those ones look like more bait crabs.
Pardon me?
Look like bait crabs. Here's the last one.
This one's heavier. This is the current one, so hard.
Probably caught something.
This one's really hard to get up.
Okay. Ah, same thing. That's terrible.
It's horrible. It's
Terrible.
really bad.
Look at him. He's getting out the escape ring. It's just not quite enough for him to escape. There's so little they're escaping. All right, we're going to let this place rest for a couple months. We'll come back here during shrimping season. Well, we got 13 keepers out of 8 traps. That's like terrible, I guess. And we used to come up here with 5 traps and get anywhere from 30 to 50 crabs. So next time we're going to set them in a different spot. We're going to go back some other spots where we set them before. Well, we don't ice them or anything because the ice kills them, and if you put them on a top of a bag of ice, they seem to still die. We use this wet piece of burlap, or you can use a towel, and cover them up, and we never have any trouble with them dying. Yeah, it keeps them good. And we're out here sometimes, it's like, you know, in the 90s, and you know, they keep, and we got an hour and a half ride back, close to that, and they're always alive. Well, we're back home and we're gonna clean these crabs up. We didn't do that great today, so we're just going to clean them and boil them. And what I mentioned about the yellow part on the bottom, you see this crab, how he looks yellowish, and this crab's full of meat. Yeah, I can feel he's nice and heavy. And if you get one that's almost pure white on the bottom, clear, almost clear looking on his belly, that's a poor crab, and they have very little meat in them. So we just throw those back. But this is a good crab. So we'll get to cleaning them up and boil them. Well, Joy's going to show you how we clean our crabs. Pretty simple. You just grab the point of the shell and just rip it off. Then go show them how we use the toothbrush. We'll have to clean that all the way up.
Yeah. Take off the lungs, the eyes. Sam had a great idea with the toothbrush. It makes it really easy to get the guts out.
Yeah, he's clean already.
Yep. Makes it way easier than before. I used to take a knife or try to scrape it out with your fingers. And you sometimes get nicked with the sharp stuff on the shells. But that's it.
And a lot of people, if you have guests over to eat them, they don't want to mess with them. You can boil them whole, but a lot of people don't like to fool with the guts while they're eating them. So if you lived up north, that's how they cook them. They cook them whole with the guts in. We used to do it that way. And these crabs here that we caught, you can see every one of them's alive, and we put that wet burlap over them. We dip we dipped it in the river there and cover them. And we have about an hour and a half drive, and we've been here for a while, so we're getting close to 2 hours. but they stay real lively. And like if we tried in the past, we tried to put ice, put them on top of ice, and then something on top of the ice, and the crabs on top of that, and we get a few of them die every time we brought them back. And right now it's over 90 degrees out, and they're just these crabs in the ice chest with the burlap, wet burlap over them. So we found that's the best way to keep them when you take them home. A lot of people could say the ice makes them lethargic, but we found the lethargic was dead. All right, well, they're all cleaned up, and we're going to start boiling them up.
What I do is I layer them and then sprinkle some onion powder, Old Bay. Some people like a lot of this. We don't care too much for too much. Whoops, too much spice in there. And then some garlic powder. And I take lemon chunk, a couple lemon there. And put another layer of crabs. This pot is not many in there.
Nah, we'll do better next time.
Set you if the coffee's still cooking. That's all. Set the timer for 10 minutes. Watch your pot because it will boil over and make a mess. So you got to keep an eye on it so it doesn't come out of bubble out of there. Well, they're done.
Smell good. I love that smell of crab.
Oh, yeah, some people think it
Yeah, I
stinks
guess
the house up.
some people wouldn't, but I like that smell.
It's a nice smell. I get some people cool them off, sometimes put ice on them, but we just take them right like that and put them on our tray. Well, the crabs are done. They take about maybe 20 minutes, a half hour to cool down before we can pick them. Sam likes to pick a pile of meat and make a crab sandwich with his. We've got sweet potatoes in the toaster oven cooking. They take about a half hour also. So we'll go, I'll pour us each a cup of coffee and we'll go sit down and have our coffee and wait till they cool down.
You see that drain plug there? The other day I was working on my bilge pump, and it's one of those automatic ones that senses water. But anyway, I took the plug out to drain, make sure all the water was out. But I put it on the counter here in the kitchen so I don't forget it. And I don't want that Bronco guy to come out and steal it from Wavy Boats. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check his channel, Bronco. I think it's Bronco Guru. And he has 3 channels, but one of them is Wavy Boats, and he's always kidding about stealing drain plugs. So he's not going to get mine. It's right here. Well, I picked a pile of crab meat here, and what I like to do with it is make a sandwich out of it. And I mix a little mayonnaise with it, and I put it on one of Joyce's homemade rolls. She makes her own rolls. And I just pile a bunch on there. A little bit more. Now for me, it doesn't get any better than this. Solid crab sandwich. So if you enjoy our videos, we'd appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.